No,
Never.
no. I mean, it's always been a thing. It's always been part of the Hollywood thing
Yep.
and all of that. It's Project Paperclip. And
Yep.
MK Ultra and stuff.
Yep.
Part of MK Ultra is to fracture the mind of a child,
Yep.
and then
And their
you can control
families.
them for the rest of their life.
Yep.
I
That's
do
what the
believe that.
Monarch program is too. Same
I
thing.
believe
It's
Ernie's family's part of that.
oh, you can definitely
Like
tell that
I
shit.
believe we've seen it in action. I believe we've seen it in action, and we've watched it all go down in real time. And it'll all
Oh
come
yeah.
out.
It'll all come out. And here's the thing, like, since all this crap with Ernie, ever since I came forward and told my testimony, I've been badgered really bad by people because they just simply hate me. Okay. They just don't like me. So they'll run with, a false story about me. Hey, whichever, but keep your fucking business out of mine. Don't call my police department like you did and make up lies about me. I've been told what was said and who it was said by. And,
Yeah, I know.
I think with Ernie, and this is just my opinion, I think a lot of shit's going to come out. A lot of
Oh, I
shit.
do too. A
Uh-huh.
lot of shit. And like I said, I do not think it's a coincidence at all that the FBI rolled up into London, Kentucky today. At all.
Nah, they're there questioning.
No,
Maybe
I
even doing
know.
some
Or
arrests.
they're probably getting their servers.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Going
Yep.
there and doing the interview thing. Yeah, they'll take your electronics, and
Yep.
no, I
Yep.
agree. Will say, again, I could have celebrated. I mean, a little bit. I was like, oh yay, finally. Only because I was really, really, really afraid for others. Because after
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
went on, I saw just actually what he was and what I was actually dealing with, and
Uh-huh.
I told people I had to go to therapy. I took a couple sessions over all this because I mean, I had a lot of disaster response, but disaster response I do very well at, but not when it's for yourself. You're not prepared. But
Right.
the thing of it is I think you should tell people what you said about him, plain in the shit, because I think you hit it right on the head.
Well, yeah, I
Why you
had a
did.
long conversation with somebody last night that is somebody big that actually did know Ernie. And I sent him the arrest report. And
Uh-huh.
he called me instantly. And he said he saw a window of opportunity to escape. He said the worst thing they could have done is give him a bottle of water. And he said that he used that bottle of water and was giving himself continuous enemas with the water from the toilet.
Yeah,
And
because
he said it's common.
yeah.
He said, and you'd be surprised how many people in holding actually do escape using that technique. So,
Yeah.
yeah, that's what the shit is all about. Like,
Yeah.
so it proves that he was definitely in his cognitive thinking and planning mind,
Yeah,
his criminal
especially if you
mind.
can wipe it on cameras. Now, if you're out of it, how would you think to do that? I mean, am I wrong? How
Oh
would you
yeah,
think, like, oh, there's a
he thought
camera,
it
let me
out.
go? Huh?
Yeah, he thought it out thoroughly, and
Yeah,
he could get out of handcuffs in less than 60 seconds. Like
absolutely. And he's
he
got
can,
moves.
he
He's
yeah,
got training, special training.
heck
I
yeah, he
saw it
does.
too.
I know, and these people on YouTube who've never met him in their entire life, and they only know his YouTube personality, that have never seen him physically in action doing things. They're always like, "Oh no, nothing, bitch." He took on 6 or 7 guards. Hello, and I'm sorry, they're in enough fucking P Diddy baby oil to make you too slick to be like taken care of
Absolutely.
by let's say 4 officers. All right,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, okay, dude is fucking strong, and it ain't meth always. I think meth is maybe one of his go-tos when he's out of adrenochrome, but I do believe that he was in the business of procuring sources for adrenochrome. Adrenochrome isn't always children. Only the rich
Oh,
elite get the
no.
children's adrenochrome. Um,
The
the
NIH has
street
been
level
trying to patent
adrenochrome,
that.
yeah, the street level adrenochrome, that comes from your homeless population, your prostitutes, your hitchhikers, people that can easily disappear.
Right.
So,
Right.
um,
I mean, that
but
stuff is a little more common than people realize. I mean, when I worked for the internet back in 1998, 1999, I was telling others that was my job, was to help investigate websites to make sure that they were, breaking any of our laws in our country. And the crap that I would see, I mean, I'm not even going to tell people because it's just too upsetting, but I will say these memories will never be erased out of my mind. And
yeah, I know.
they did horrific things to children. So things that have been talked about when people are like, oh God, that's such a conspiracy. May you never know somebody that's actually had to have that done to them, to their child.
Yeah, yeah,
And it's more
yeah.
common than people think because, The generation that the kids that are the young adults that are in their mid 30s and stuff, their generation was the one where parents were selling them for drugs.
Right.
Very big, for the meth, for
Yeah.
the heroin. Oh, for this, you can have a night with my kid. Come on now.
Well, I mean, there really is something to what adrenochrome does for your outward appearance and
Yep.
vitality. And, Ernie wasn't always using filters. And
No,
then you'd
look
see
what
him
he
one
did when he
day.
left. When
Yeah,
he
you'd
left,
see him one day looking, like young and damn, he's looking good. He looks like he's taking care of himself. And then all adrenochrome. Where
well,
he got it, who knows? I think he was killing people. I think he was meeting people on Grinder, and I think he rationalized it by them being a sick part of society. Even though everybody's like, oh, he was gay or whatever.
plus
When
he
he
hated
was,
the fact he had HIV too.
yeah, and
So that's a
he,
real payback thing some people go through to destroy other people's
right.
lives because they have it.
Well, when he was training us, about Grinder and these apps and stuff like that, he was telling us that the really, really sick ones are, and this is something that stuck out in my mind when Chris said that he, like sort of forced him or coerced him into tying him up. And Ernie was telling us that the ones who like to be tied up or to tie people up are the really, really like sick, perverted ones. And it just
But
made me
didn't
think
Ernie ask
that he
to
was
be tied
trying to
up?
get that guy to instigate him to
Mm.
do something to him, you know? To
Well,
rationalize in his mind taking his life. I think in that bathroom, he was actually like working it through his mind because they were alone
I
and
thought I'm going to tell you
it
right
was his
now what I
opportunity.
right. I saw a trained K word that was waiting on the opportunity to pounce and to kill him. That's what I saw. I saw the video later. Like I didn't see it when it was all live and stuff. But the thing of it is at first I was like, oh yeah, he's gone. But then I was like, I wasn't even like really happy about any of this. I was more of the fact like, I wish you would have never did what you did to me and did to others. That was my moment of that's what I felt when when this was all said and done a few days ago. Like, why
Yeah.
did you have to be this way? I get it.
Wow.
He does have psychological problems, drugs, mental health, whatever. I don't really care. He has real issues. I'll tell you what, 36 hours of that shit with my house. Mm-mm. Nope. I will never,
Nope.
ever, ever take another person in my house ever. Honest to God.
Well,
I won't.
uh, I mean, when we found out that he was at your place, I mean, that's the whole reason that we inserted ourselves back in his life to get him out of your place because
Yeah.
we knew how scary and dangerous his highway runs were.
Yeah,
And
but he was
we
lying.
tried
He
to
was
tell
supposed to go
people,
to Manga for
yeah, I
substance.
know. I know that. And I know why you did it. I know why we all did what we did. But, if it wasn't have been that he came into your house, then like I wouldn't have helped him as much as
Oh, I
we did to
know.
try to get him
No, I
healthy
asked you
again.
guys because I really thought he had a week at the most on my couch and then he was going to need a funeral for real.
Yeah,
He looked
I
that
know,
bad.
and I know why. And it
Yeah.
was it was for all the right reasons. So
But
I'm just grateful
I'm
that
grateful I'm alive,
you're not
honestly.
dead.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Everybody didn't see these knives he had that he bought on the way to New York. People didn't see them. You
Yeah.
saw them because I showed you guys.
Yeah.
They were
Yeah.
knives that hunters used to gut animals. Like you could go full Cujo on something.
Yeah. And I mean, I definitely didn't think that he might be a serial killer until everything that went down with you went down. And
Absolutely,
then
me too.
it just clicked. It just clicked. Everything just made sense all of a sudden. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, wow, wow. And then in, retrospect and looking back at a lot of things that at the time were like little red flags to me,
Right.
but whenever a red flag would happen, I would question him. And,
Right.
he would always give me some sort of
Realistic
just,
answer.
yeah, or like, to sort of pacify me. But
Yeah.
one thing that I kept going back to is the night that I was cutting up that deer in the kitchen and the look on his face when he saw me like covered in blood, because this guy that was a customer, he had gotten a huge deer and he had a tag for it and everything. And he came by and was like, hey, I want to give y'all half my deer. And we were like, what? And he was like, yeah, but the processors are full. I don't have time to go all the way to Sweetwater, which was like a 3-hour drive. It was late in the afternoon and he was like, you're going to have to do something with it. And so we were like, okay, well, we got a big kitchen. We'll go deal with half this deer. And Ernie just showed up out of nowhere that night.
Oh my
And that was the
gosh.
night that some, weird shit went down. And there was like this weird glowing orange reddish light that was in the woods that Kendall and Xander were going to go follow and track it down. And they were like, come on, Ernie. And he was all for it. He was all gung-ho. And then he comes out of the woods terrified, and running into the kitchen. He already looked horrified, but when he looked at the blood, and I knew it then that it was the blood that just like, I don't know, it was just this weird feeling in the room that
Mhm.
he it was like a bloodlusty thing.